So, all right, welcome everybody. Today I'm super excited. We have the Seven Figure Seller Summit Day 1. We're all in AI agents for e-com and Amazon sellers. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Let me do a quick round of intros. First off, we have the famous Yoni Mazur. He's one of the OGs in the e-commerce space. He's CGO at Goflow. Shout out to Goflow for being our gold sponsor today. Next off, I'd like to welcome Moshe Shiner, and he has his boss in his hands. Moshe is a eight-figure seller. He's speaking at the summit. I think the cool part is Moshe told me he watched the summit a couple years ago. He came to the masterclass and then he got a lot out of it. So I really love it when people like Moshe, they're watching the summit, they're learning from all the masterclasses, they're implementing, they grow their business, and then they come back, right? They give back. So it goes full circle. So next, welcome Samuel coming from BQool. BQool, quick shout out. They're our silver sponsor. They're an AI PPC agency. They're one of the best out there. So he's going to be speaking tomorrow. And then also we have Andrew Erickson. He's a veteran seven-figure seller speaker. And then he has a new AI tool as well. Also, welcome. Shout out to Amy Weiss, the one and only. Let's get the plane off the ground. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Moshe, go ahead.
All right.
Here we go. I have 80 products in my catalog right now, and let's just say it's Christmas or something. So I will. Okay, I'm sorry. So let's just say I want to bulk edit everything. I want to test something for Christmas or whatever. So I like using Comet as my thinking tool or to do stuff for me.
That's
So
Perplexity comment, right?
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, Perplexity is actually a sponsor of mine. We just won a competition. They had a build. So
Let me help you with
into-
that. They Perplexity did a whole hackathon or whatever it is. I think there were thousands of companies with AI softwares that competed, and then he made it to the finals, and he won the finals, and he won number one in front of the founder of Perplexity and Lewis Hamilton.
Wow.
And because of that, the VC of Perplexity invested in his company. Just for you guys to understand the scope of what happened here, so you can put your attention on what's happening. So continue, Moshe. Go ahead.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, so I kind of built this originally for myself, and then we kind of put it. So I'll go in here. I'm using this to work with me and to come up with the prompt. I said it's Christmas or whatever it is, and then I'm gonna choose from my workspace any product that I preload. So let's just say I'll have 17 different products. These are all gift related, so it's going to be Christmassy. So I'll just click them all, and I'm gonna write something for Christmas. And you can put any prompt you want in there. And I probably don't want to touch my main image, but oh my god, what a time! Okay, try this one. So I'm just going to do bulk edit, and that's going to take all of my. It has all. This is connected to Amazon's API, and so it's just going to run this across. If you see over here, I put one variation of this prompt, and I put this is the image space that I want it on. So now it's working on this on the back end, and then I'm going to go into my products itself. I'm going to go to image room, and as you see, these are not these ones I just launched, but let's just say this. So if you see, these are loading right now, but I just put this in a Christmas background, or so I have just, so these are the image that I just come up with, something for Christmas I wanted it in the background to show gifting intent for Christmas. And then now the second part of this, and like if Andrew wanted to do second, maybe I'll just do second part is that how do I know that this image converts? So how do I know that this is actually a good idea, and for next year that I learned something from it going forward? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, let me just go into another tab. I'm going to go into this is my account, by the way, and I'm going to go into pipeline. And this is where I launch my products. And the idea that I'm trying to do is we want to launch I want to test, but on a rapid scale. I have across this listing, I have 19 variations on the socks. So I'm going to click next, and then I'm going to choose a treatment, which is the product. This, whatever it is. Let's just say I choose one of the. Here, this one wasn't on the list, but let me find one that was. Here, let's find one of these. So here we go. So let's just see if okay, I'm not sure what that is, but let's just say whatever. I want to test something across my different listings. So I have 19 variations. I want to test a few different ideas across multiple variants or whatever it is. And so I'm going to do two different treatments right now. I'm going to click next. I'm going to assign it, and I can either distribute it by its percentage, or I could manually click it if there's a certain, sorry. So I'm 50-50. So I got 2 treatments right here, 2 different tests that are going on across multiple variants. Click next. The duration, the policy, if I see that it's not working after 3 days, it will go back. I can do for Christmas, set it up for there, whatever it is, and then review it. And then, this is going to run this test and track my click-through rate and conversion rate across this timeline. And we can switch out in and out every 48 hours using AMC data. And then this is going to go into my pipeline right here for the testing, which is going to come up all over here. This is going to start sending it to Amazon. We send an agent to Amazon to double check that it published to make sure the data is coming in correctly. So that's my workflow. And I'm always testing. There's always one test going on across my catalog at any time, across everything, including advertising.
Thank you, Moshe. All right, Andrew, you're on.
I built this tool. It's completely free. That if you go to inventoryhero.ai/ASIN analytics. You can just use this app and get an API key. If you put in your email in here, it'll send you an API key, and this will give you analytics into. This will be able to. You can drop this in as an MCP. Just put it right into any AI that you use, Codex, ChatGPT, Claude, any of those things, and you can do. It'll give you your top keywords for your ASINs, your top competitors for an ASIN, and seasonal trends for those. And I can show you an example of what it looks like. So here I am. I said, okay, use ASIN analytics to find the top competitors for this ASIN. I'm going to grab this one, and that will take should take like a little bit less than a minute to do, hopefully. And so that's a fun one while we're waiting for that one to work. I'm going to show you another one. This one, another calculator I made. I'm in these chat groups and people ask questions like, well, how does Amazon fees compare to TikTok fees compared to blah, blah, blah. And I thought like, that's a great thing that AI should be able to set up. And so I set this thing up for a few friends and they're like, this is cool. You should whatever, just turn into, instead of just like a prompt, turn into like a little landing page. And so I you can use this to put in a ASIN. And it's going to pull the data from Amazon, and it pulls in the dimensions of the product, and then it figures out how much your Amazon fees are. And so this is just your pick and pack, your standard Amazon FBA fee. And then it tells you your TikTok fee. So you can see here that TikTok is actually, for this product, is actually cheaper by 44 cents on this one. And then a big one is a bunch of people are using MCF, which is like the Amazon shipping, right, to TikTok, but it's really expensive. So you would be spending $12 if you sent via MCF straight from Amazon to a TikTok order. And so if you went straight to Fulfilled by TikTok, it's half the price. And so your savings on using Fulfilled by TikTok is $6 in this case, which is pretty awesome. TikTok's kind of really pushing the cheaper fulfillment fee. And then also if you put in your ASIN and your email
Just
here.
interrupt. So you probably want to add that to the calculator.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So this should be like 35. Yeah, the 12.02 should be like 35% off. I wasn't sure. I'm not sure of the breakdown. I couldn't see everything, so I just wondering.
Interesting. Cool. Yeah, we'll fix that.
For 12 months. So it started like a week or two ago. So 12 months. So that'll be the case, and we'll see in a year what they do. Yeah.
Check out Yoni's session tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., guys. He will talk about that. He will also include that as part of his presentation. So that's why we do this, man. I mean, like the breaking news, these
You gotta shore it all up. There's so many loose ends with this industry. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Killer. So we set this thing up for a full storefront feed report. So you can put in your ASIN and your email. And then the cool thing is we can pull all the ASINs from your entire storefront and just do this entire report. So it's just like it's like a spreadsheet that comes through and has a full report. So that's one hack. And then let's go back and see the Claude session here. Here you go. Okay. So I said use ASIN Analytics, which is a free MCP that I built to find the top competitors for this ASIN. And it said top competitors. And you can see here that it's pulled in these top competitors here. And this is using Jungle Scout, Keepa, and a few other APIs together to pull in a bunch of data and then combine it together. So that's the hack. And you can give this to your agent and say, hey, now you can find all my competitors. And also find my top keywords for this ASIN too. And it'll pull out all that data for you. Let's see. Yeah, so it's doing a reverse ASIN search. So now you have that Helium 10 Jungle Scout thing. It's all built into an MCP. And this is all free that I set up for you guys. So that is my hack.
So
And
you
I'll
set
stop
this
right.
up for everybody today, right? In Vercel, I see you dropped two Vercel ASIN Analytics link number
Mhm.
one and Fulfillment Calc Vercel link in the chat, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So what's the requirement? Do you have to have like MCP for like Jungle Scout or for Helium 10 or whatnot?
No, I'm just using my own account and I'm just giving out the data free to everyone who uses it.
Awesome. Awesome. Amazing. All right. Thank you, Andrew. That's very cool. Okay, who's next? Samuel?
Sure,
Yeah.
I'll share two little hacks. Yeah.
Okay.
And it depends, right? It might be useful for Amazon sellers because it's useful for me. We do marketing a lot. Yeah.
Mm,
So they're really simple hacks. One is regarding like bidding, AI bidding, and the other is just repurposing content.
let's do it. LinkedIn post. We see it. Gemini.
Yeah. So this is a pretty simple one, and it's not super difficult to use. Like anybody could use it, right? So we do a lot of YouTube videos and also webinars, and you can take one piece of content, you could just post it in, and you can put the prompt in. And this prompt is really simple. You could turn one webinar into a LinkedIn posts, threads, Instagram captions, emails. So you just post it in, and then it would just generate a lot of content for you to use. So this is a really simple one. Like if you're running a brand, if you're doing interviews, talk about your products, like you can definitely put it in, and it can generate a lot of content for you. And then, so this is the first one, right? And then the second one I wanted to quickly share is like,
So the
uh,
prompt is very simple. Like all you did is just like you took the source YouTube video and then
yeah,
all you said in Gemini was turn this one webinar into LinkedIn post, X thread, Instagram captions, email, blog post, YouTube description, FAQ, etc. Right?
yeah, it's really simple. And if you want to, you could also upload like a PDF or an article, and you could ask it to, explain this to me like a beginner. And then earlier we saw like the quiz. You could also, put like, give me a quiz of 10 questions, and you could put like, show some real world examples or something like that.
Hmm.
So like, you could also do this if you are trying to summarize some content or a PDF article, and you could use for almost any of the LLMs, right? For Claude, for Gemini, and of course, there's ones that work better. I think for Gemini is good for explanation, so I like using Gemini for that. And then another one is like a lot of times for like bidding, like a lot of people like maybe for the LLM, they might use like you could read the campaign reports, explain why the campaign is performing poorly. So you're taking like your search term queries, and you could put recommend bid changes. So that's one way to do it, like one workflow. The other way I just want to quickly show, it's like a plugin. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for everyone watching this. You can just use our software and you could just press one button and just turn it on and then pick one of the options, depending on which strategy you want to use or if you have a target ACOS, and you could just apply it for all the ad groups. So this is another, this is a, this really changes the workflow. So instead of asking the LM to read the campaign reports, pulling all the data in, generating rules or scripts, sending the bids back in, you just you connect to our software, you turn on the button, and it starts. It changes the workflow like that. Yeah, so this is a shameless plugin, but just showing you what is possible out there and how it's different than you doing yourself on Amazon or using another tool to pull data off from your Amazon seller account. Taking the CSV reports and then making pivot reports and trying to do analysis like that. Yeah. So yeah, those are two very simple hacks. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Samuel. I do have one last hack from Re2 Java.
So today I will show you a magic formula, which is equals AI. So it goes like this. As you type AI, it allows you to add a prompt and then the range on which that prompt should act. Now I'm going to show you a few demos of where this can be used and where it can be used at scale. So let's pretend that we're doing some listing rewrites. I have my product title in the first column, column A. In my second column, I have this AI prompt, which is equals AI. What I'm saying is rewrite this as an SEO optimized Amazon title under 200 characters, front load with the main keyword. And then I'm putting this magic here, which says and A3, and that's the range, which is this cell. And same thing for this. I have use this prompt here, AI, write 3 benefit-driven Amazon bullet points for and A3, which is this one. Now let's pretend I wanted to do this for all of these products. I can simply drag this down and immediately the AI starts to generate responses to each of this. You see how fast this is going, right? Now let me show you another example of review mining. So let's say you have a bunch of reviews. Here are 3 prompts that I have put up here for you guys to see and copy if you need to. But essentially, the first one is telling me whether this review sentiment is positive, negative, or neutral. The second one is telling me extracting the single biggest complaint from this review, and the third one is basically just classifying it as a theme, like quality, shipping issue, size, battery, service, etc., etc. So now again, this is as easy as dragging my formula down, and it simply acts on a gigantic data set right here. And as I speak, this gets filled out, which is pretty cool, right? Okay, next, another example, search terms, right? Let's say we have a bunch of search terms like in this column, and I've given it my product, and I've said my product is a stainless steel insulated 32-ounce water bottle. Is this term relevant or it's a negative candidate? So let me look at the second search term here. It's a plastic water bottle, so it should come out as negative, right? So let me again copy these two and just drag the formula down. Let's see what happens. It's generating, and it says, yes, it is a negative candidate. It also gives you the reason that it is a wrong material, not stainless steel, and so on. Now, let me give you the fourth example here. I'm just calling it magic row because in one row you can do so much. So let's say this is my product idea, and I want to generate a title. Simply say equals, and then make it act on the cell, generates bullet points, also asking it to translate it in German. You want to do whatever language you can do all languages, and then also generate backend keywords. So all of this, again, I can simply drag this down and apply it to the other products that I have here. And boom, it does it at scale. One last example for those of you who do some sales work like CRM, etc. So here I'm asking it with a lot of contact emails and last product purchased, I'm asking it to extract the likely company name from this email domain. And then next, write a friendly 2-sentence reorder reminder email for a customer who bought the product in cell B3. So I'm going to just drag this down. So as you can see, this one says outdoor gear company. So it's pulled out the name and so on. So this is kind of cool because everything is happening at scale and very fast as I'm speaking. So let me summarize by saying why should we do it in Sheets? Why not just take it to an LLM directly? Yes, you can do that, of course. But the moment you start having lots and lots of things to do, it becomes much easier to do it in spreadsheets. Scales with a drag, one prompt, hundreds of rows as fast as you can pull the corner down. It's a pipeline, not a chat, right? So remember that it isn't going to do all the things that you can do in a chat. But because this is something that is already built into spreadsheets, you can just feed your AI into filters, ifs, pivots, so that the output drives the next step automatically. So it's very convenient for anyone who's good with spreadsheets. This is a no-brainer. It stays live and shareable. So imagine your entire team can see all of this, and it has a certain permanence to it that chats don't. And everything is very nice, neatly organized, and so on. You can change a cell, row generates, the prompt sits in the formula bar for your team to see, tweak, and reuse. Now, I would like to say this, the honest ceiling, that there are some daily rate limits, but it's not that small. I mean, you can generate, I think, hundreds and hundreds of cells with the inbuilt Gemini prompt. So try it out. If it works for you, this is actually pretty cool. It does need the Gemini workspace. Even if you have the basic kind of business standard account, this will work for you. So that was my hack. Hope you liked it. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you to Ritu. Okay. All right. So thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you guys. All right. Bye.